A NoMoreStinkyMonkeys.com production. I became a fan of Happy Days and Fonzie around 1975 and watched the show faithfully until the infamous shark jumping season of 1978. But it was in 1977 that I was excited to see the Fonz's Henry Winkler in his first movie since the Lords of Flatbush. It was called Heroes, and he played a Vietnam veteran who suffered from terrible post-traumatic stress disorder. After it was out a month or so, I went to see it at a local theater and was disappointed in the quality of the film and by Henry Winkler's nerdy voice. But one element of the movie I loved was the final song that played over the credits. I was 11 years old and knew very little about rock and roll, but I knew this was a great song. It was a couple more years before I found out the name of the song and the band who played it. I called it simply the Heroes song until then. Number 186, Kansas. Originally named The Reasons Why, this Topeka, Kansas progressive rock group started playing together in 1969. They changed their name a couple of times and their personnel, but finally in 1974, they signed a record contract with Don Kirshner's label and released their first album. But it was in 1976 when they finally hit it big with their fourth album, Left Overture, and their first gold record, the hero song, Carry On, Wayward Son. In 77, they had an even bigger hit with the album Point of No Return and the single Dust in the Wind. The band started to fall apart in the early 80s when two of the members became born-again Christians. But these earlier songs practically define 1970s arena rock and are played constantly on classic rock radio to this day. In fact, in 1997, Carry On Wayward Son was the #1 song played on classic rock radio. I don't love it as much as I used to, probably from being overplayed, but I do love Dust in the Wind just as much, and loved hearing it in the Will Ferrell movie, Old School. You're my boy, Blue, from The Predator.